Hi guys, how you doing?
Hi, very well, Attila. I hope you're enjoying our chat about food, being a bit of a foodie yourself as well. What's your favorite kind of pizza, Attila?
I like the meaty pizzas, so I like the meaty heaven. Like
you've got to have loads of toppings, right? That's the way, isn't it, Attila? None of this margarita stuff.
It's for me. It's too simple. I like the lots of toppings personally, but I would say that if you are going for a pizza, the less is more. So go for less toppings, and it's gonna be a kind of you can feel the flavors everywhere. That's the main important thing actually on the pizza.
Well, that's very cool. Absolutely. I mean, all the things that are involved with the pizza, they are very important. Now, you've actually got a lot of style to the way you make your pizza as well, I've got to say. Like, you're flicking, I was just watching you kind of messing around with the dough earlier. You've got some style as to how you do it. Can you show us how you do that stuff with the pizza, like the dough, how you're messing around with the dough?
No problem.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is some serious movement there. Are we catching?
It's like a basketball.
Yeah, it's just like that, it needs some practice, but after that it's going.
How much practice have you given to it?
I've been pizza chef in the last 8 years, so every day some. So.
And how quickly can you teach someone to do that? Because I reckon there's a competition coming up here now.
No.
Not everybody can do it, first of all.
Certainly not.
Needs some kind of circus skill, but when you try, after a few tries, you will realize that it's okay for you, or it's better.
We're going to have a go at this. Attila, we're going to have you here shortly on the sofa, but before we get Attila over here, we have our first story of the show.
Anyway, on the subject of great food, we've got a very cool guest with us today as well, so please welcome our guest for this evening, Attila Powell, who is the head chef at Pizza Buzz, a pizzeria based in the heart of London. Now, Pizza Buzz use locally sourced ingredients and cook their pizzas in wood-fired ovens to give it that authentic Italian taste. And amid the fast-paced rat race work environment in the city, time is of the essence, and most people don't even have long enough lunch breaks to sit and enjoy a genuine Italian pizza.
No, we never do. We always have these quick lunches out. Now, what makes Pizza Buzz unique, however, is that its technologically advanced self-service experience offers people the chance to sit down, have a quality pizza designed from start to finish by themselves, and all served in the quickest time. Now, their dough recipe dates back to the Roman times, making their pizzas like no other. Here to tell us more, please welcome Attila Powell. Attila,
hi guys,
Hey,
great.
You like that introduction?
Yeah.
It's lovely to have you here, and we've got a lovely pizza actually in the studio with us as well. A lot of green going on as well. I know you mentioned you like a lot of toppings, you and Bassett, and I'm going to keep to the plain stuff. But what pizza is that in particular that we're looking at right now?
It's called Honor Pizza.
Honor?
Yeah, it's a vegetarian pizza, but I have to tell the audience that this is not a rectangle shape, just because of the plate. We had to organize that way. It's a circle.
But that's an astonishing amount of green.
Yeah, rocket
that looks too healthy for my liking.
It's a quite unique base on it. It's not tomato sauce, it's pesto base, what we use on it.
Okay.
And buffalo mozzarella, cherry tomato, rocket after cooking, and some parmesan on the top as well. It's really popular.
Ooh, nice.
So, that's unusual. I mean, I've not come across too many pesto-based pizzas as well.
You can't really find too many places.
No, is that an authentic Italian trade?
As well, they use it, yeah, of course.
They do?
Yeah.
So, obviously, pizza goes back a long way. When we were talking about the earlier 10th century, pizza is invented, and, it becomes like this registered sign of Naples, and especially Neapolitan pizza, which you mentioned was your favorite, didn't you? No.
That was my favorite.
Your favorite, sorry. You like the meats, of course. So, I mean, it's this old school tradition. It's a very much a traditional pizza. It's a big part of Italian heritage that people share around the world. But it's become something that's very common as well. Like pizza, they bring up their kind of chain restaurants to get themselves pizzas.
Of course.
It's become so casual. When we're talking about an authentic Italian pizza, what are we talking about? What differentiates one of these from what I might get from, like, I don't know, one of those joints that will make one for £3?
Which I would like to emphasize is first the flour what we use. This is called spelt flour.
Okay.
It's going back to the Roman Empire era, and they used it It's very healthy. That's why we started it. Actually, it was 8 months experiment to find the proper recipe for a proper dough, which, because of the spell flour, it's very easily digestible. You can easily digest. Even after a pizza, you don't feel that you are full, you want to sleep, or you don't want to go back to work. It's very important, especially that area where we are working. People just coming down, queuing, choosing the topping, going to the oven, 2 minutes in the oven.
Yeah.
After 2 minutes, it's ready, and they are getting the pizza, they can eat it, and they can go back to work. So after 8 months experiment, we realized that the spell flour and the normal flour mix, which is 50-50%, it's very easy. It's very good for your stomach. But in the meantime, cooking very quickly, and in 2 minutes, it's ready for the customer. As you mentioned, the time is very essential in this area.
What makes that cooking process that much more quick? Because I have to admit, when I ring my takeaway and I go, look, I want a pizza, they say, look, 45 minutes, and you've got to wait for a good hour before it arrives.
What's that about?
Yeah.
It's very important. We have 2 really very good oven. It was quite expensive, and it's a high temperature inside, and it wouldn't be enough. The dough recipe makes it kind of proper.
Sure. And, we've got some pictures, actually, of pizza being made. I think it's your guys, actually. Let's take a look at some of these images. What have we got here? What kind of pizza is that?
The English.
Oh, with a fried egg in the middle.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's very popular as well. And this is the third base, because not pesto, not tomato, but white sauce on it.
Oh, I see. Like you might use in lasagna.
Not actually, very similar. Very similar. This is called. It's a kind of Italian cream called panna da cucina. And we are mixing with some salt, some pepper, some seasoning, and that's the base itself.
Nice.
And it's very creamy. It's going to give a creamy base.
I like that you named it the English pizza.
The English.
Because the only thing missing is maybe some hash browns and some beans. You could call it the full English.
Yeah. It just would be too much.
This looks a lot healthier than the English, I've got to say. Is this very similar to what we're looking at?
Yeah, it's similar. That's the Popeye pizza.
Spinach.
It's
of course.
Spinach. Yeah. But there is no sauce on it.
There's no sauce?
No sauce, just garlic oil, no sauce at all, buffalo mozzarella, English cheddar, and salted ricotta. So it's a cheesy pizza properly. Going into the oven, when coming out, we are putting some spinach on it.
Now you mentioned your oven. Here's an image of it. That looks
that's the image actually. It's exactly me on the picture. I just recognize myself. Yeah, that's the oven. It's a wood and gas combi oven.
Wow.
The gas gives the most of the temperatures, and the wood, it's a special pizza wood, gives the flavor, extra flavor to the dough.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a special
wood.
For
they do make a difference. I'm a man who's spent many a time studying pizza, and mostly with my taste buds. So it's a great thing. It's a really nice thing that you get to deliver pizza, and people really enjoy the pizza.
Really.
I feel like a lot of it is down to the experience. So when you go to a nice Italian restaurant or a pizzeria, it's not you're not running around like you're like a Domino's or a pizza. You're going there to sit down and enjoy it. It's a sensory experience. Right?
Exactly.
You sit down, you taste it, and appreciate the kind of craft of the pizza.
Yeah, exactly. We got really good reviews continuously, so I really like it.
Now what's better, deep pan or because I know this is a very thin crust.
This is a thin. This is a thin. It's the crust itself like close to the Napolitan style, not as big but almost. But itself the dough, it's really thin. So I think that's the proper pizza.
That's what I think. It's not as filling when you get a smaller base.
Oh God!
Because when you get the
he wants a calzone.
It's a nice one as well. It's really good.
Calzone is lovely. But that's what you're talking about. Because you're not the first person.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't find them as filling, the flatbread pizzas. They want something a bit with more depth and more.
Yeah, hey, listen, be a hot sandwich, like No,
we can talk about pizzas for the whole show. So let's talk about pizza. But right now we've got to go to another story. Anyway, I tell you what, I'm not going to complain because right now.
Well, right now, we're going to be talking more pizza. Now, we've got our guest here from the restaurant Pizza Buzz, who have an extensive list of toppings and even gluten-free options to cater to a wide range of people. Now, here to show us how to make the perfect dough, please welcome back Attila Powell.
Hi, guys, again.
Welcome back.
What's the secret to a perfect dough?
The perfect dough is our secret recipe. I mean, our recipe is I would say it's quite good. There are a lot of different recipes around the world. So, and the other thing that depends on your oven.
Okay.
It's possible you have to make a bit different recipe.
Yeah.
Sure.
Especially if you are making at home in your oven, which is not so hot, you need a bit different recipe for that.
Yeah.
How hot is a wood-burning oven against?
It's about 400 Celsius.
Oh wow!
Wow.
And like the regular oven at home is usually goes up to 250 or 200
250 or
maybe, yeah.
something like that,
Right,
yeah.
right,
So
right.
it's you don't get that quality if you are using the same recipe.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on, of course, you have to use a kind of different adjust.
Right. So obviously you've got your ingredients, you've got your way of making a pizza, and you've got the oven, etc. But how important is the actual person behind it who actually makes the pizza
Of course,
and rolls out the dough?
Yeah, it's very important. That's where we are. My chefs, actually, all of them, almost all of them, are Italians and very well educated. I mean, they've been pizza chefs for long. So that's the kind of criteria when somebody is applying for us.
Have you ever considered having 2 Pakistani chefs?
Look, I have one from Bangladesh. So you know what I mean. So it's
No, what I mean is
you don't need to be
we've got
Italian.
a couple of Pakistani chefs right here.
We're ready and willing
We
when
could
it comes
give
to
it a
food.
go. If you want, can we show you what we can do?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Let's do this.
So if
Okay.
Let's take my wedding ring off.
actually, this is a kind of trial shift. It's
Okay.
It's okay. You can
This
come
is
to
our
work.
trial.
You can come to work, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
So that's how you can make the kind of Napolitana style. That with your finger, you have to make sure that you, first of all, you kind of
Just need to pull this a bit closer to me.
you
Okay.
leave the edge. You never touch. That's a bit yeah.
Okay.
Never touch the edge.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have to kind of press it down. Don't be afraid.
We're being very dainty about this.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid the table is firm enough, so you
Okay.
can't really squeeze it through. So
Okay.
if you leave the
I
edge,
feel like I've got an air bubble here.
don't worry, just simply kill the bubble. That's what we say. Kill the bubble.
Kill that bubble.
The bubble is a
Bubble.
kind of enemy in the
The bubble has to
Yeah,
burst.
Yeah, it's going to be burnt, and you kill the bubble.
I see what you're saying. So you're kind of stretching it as you pull the edge out.
Yeah,
right?
actually, you're just simply squeezing the dough down, and you kind of find make it a kind of flat, evenly flat.
Okay.
That dough inside the.
How am I getting
the
on
crust.
here? What do you reckon?
You are, yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Kind of more
More into the edge.
emphasize more the
ridge.
Yeah. Here we
Okay.
go. That's fine.
Good emphasis. I like it.
And
Flatten the
How big
bubble.
is big? I mean, is it like the size of my
that's fine.
hand?
That's fine because it's that's just the first step.
Oh, okay.
And the next step, we are waiting for this.
Oh, sorry. I just need to.
You've got to get rid of the bubbles.
So I just help you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's very.
The table's very...
Yeah.
We need
wobbly.
new furniture producer.
We've made a lot
Yeah.
of food on this table over the years.
What you can do,
Oh,
if you
turn it
can turn it over and do the same, and you
okay.
definitely the semolina is everywhere. And
Okay.
after this, you
Okay.
grab the dough and
Okay.
you start stretching. Try to stretch just the edge. Because if you stretch the edge, the middle part automatically gonna be stretched
Oh, I
out.
see.
Oh.
I see what you mean.
And usually just mostly the fingertips what you can
look,
use.
I'm quite good at
most.
this. I think I've got it.
You're actually doing
And
a
it's
great
getting
job,
bigger
man.
and bigger. It's
So
very
these
good,
big hands
very
finally
good.
come in handy.
Very
I
good.
knew
So-
they'd be better use there.
And for you, just
A little bit more. Oh, I see the palm. It has to
You
get
see?
into it a bit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, something like that. Here you go.
Lovely.
You can go for it.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go. Look at that. Lovely,
No,
jubbly.
that's almost,
There you go,
almost.
Look at that. You can work at this pizza.
I could work.
Getting there, getting there.
I've also got a job here. I need one.
We're talking about
So-
job hunting. It's always something you don't expect. Right, here we go.
It's getting better, and this is the last step.
Okay, pick it up.
You have to get rid of the semolina.
Okay.
Kind of, most of them.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
from one hand to the other hand,
Okay.
you kind of, just
Yeah.
a few times you put it, and this way the semolina is off.
Yeah,
And
okay.
after that it can go to the puddle.
Okay.
And right away can go to the, I mean, after that you can put the topping and the sauce.
Mum would be proud.
Here we go, very
I've
good.
never done this.
actually.
Yeah, I don't think Mum would be proud, to be honest with you.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
And of course you can play with it.
Oh, are we?
But it's gonna be, it's
Wow.
a bit more vulnerable than the previous one.
Whoa, okay.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, here
Yeah.
we go.
Okay, so yeah, from tomorrow you can start.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No worries.
Sorry, guys. Might not be presenting the show tomorrow, guys.
Tomorrow you can
We're
find us in a
gonna-
pizza shop.
Pizza shop.
There
We'll
you
make
go,
you a
spinning
great
it around.
deal.
So look at
Get you
that.
a great deal on a pizza. $13.99.
Yeah,
And
very good.
you can get yourself a nice margarita from me and a Neapolitan from him. Wow, that's good, man. You've really got it going.
That's the good achievement. You didn't even break
Yeah.
it yet. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he
So
says. And
He says it.
and
Oh,
it happened.
you jinxed him.
I jinxed it.
I'm fine.
There you go.
Good
Okay.
job, guys. Really,
Thank
really.
you.
So,
Thank you.
There you go.
That's
Well,
amazing.
fun.
And that was quite enjoyable as well.
That was.
Because you make pizza for a living. Do you do it for fun? Like if you're entertaining, got some friends coming
Of
over or
course.
something?
That's why the pizza was kind of very public friendly, and that's why it's kind of worker friendly as well.
Yeah.
It's not a closed kitchen; it's an open kitchen. You are talking to the customer. In the meantime, you entertain them. Many times we are just get the dough and playing. Especially small kids are there, families
nice.
there, and they like it. And after you play, you still can use the dough. You put it down, you start making the base, and so it's very, very interactive.
Good, because I can imagine inviting a group of friends round and saying we're going to have a pizza theme party, and we all just get tucked in terms of make your own pizza and then you eat it at the end.
I can imagine it'd be really fun. I wouldn't want to clean up afterwards. That's what
That's
I
the
worry
only
about.
thing.
Okay, hopefully there's a person for that.
We'll just arrange a person for that. So that's great. I mean, this is outstanding. Like, I mean, are people, because pizza, it's been around forever, you know, it's like, it's a staple. It's never gone out of fashion. It's never become like passe. Because all these things, people get into burritos and people get into falafels and all these things, they kind of came, but they moved on. Pizza has kind of persevered over the years. What is the secret behind the popularity of pizza, do you think?
That's a very good question. I think the simplicity, first of all. And you can do a lot of varieties kind of pizza. As you see, even the sauce can be anything almost. And after that, if you are making at home, just open the fridge. What I have this, chop, put it on, boom. I have some cheese, put it on, put it into the oven. Easy peasy, and in the meantime, you can make a magic with the flavors and everything.
Now, you mentioned the sauce there. Now, obviously, we've played with the base. We've talked about the various type of flours that you can use. What's the key sauce? What makes the sauce so special when it comes to pizza?
Every pizza place has a different sauce. This sauce is me and my colleagues kind of developed it, and it's tomato sauce. Of course, it's a real tomato blended, and there are black pepper, salt, oil, basil, oregano, even sugar in it, just to take the tomato's acidity, just a bit away, and find the right proportion. That's the recipe that actually we kind of really proud of.
Fantastic. So that tomato sauce right there, because I'm a bit of a connoisseur. Can we try some?
Of course.
Is that okay?
Go for it.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna give it a little go. Actually, you know what? I will give it a little go.
Give it a go.
I'll give it a little go. So I hope you've got other spoons, because I'm gonna take this one for myself. Just take a little bit of tomato sauce and give it a test. Should I expect any unusual taste?
It can be kind of intense.
Okay.
Of course. I wouldn't say that it's a drinkable sauce this way. It's very intense, but on the pizza, all the flavor will find its place. You know, that's why you have to kind of
might have some more.
Because I think that for me has always been the key with any pizza. It's just as long as it's got a lovely sauce, because the sauce, it can either have a kind of kick to it, it can be sweet, it can be slightly salty.
Yeah, exactly.
But the perfect sauce, because really the toppings on top, they've got their own natural flavour anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just the sauce, I think, is what makes
gives
the
you a
pizza.
background of it, and that's very important.
Yeah.
Now, if people are making pizzas at home, like, because I really want to make me some pizza with this sauce in particular, I'm not going to lie. And they've got the old school ovens, you know, you've got like a standard oven, because not everybody can sadly have a wood burning oven. I don't know why I looked at you. You don't have.
I don't have a wood. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
just a gas mark.
What can they do to make the adjustment at home?
I tell you, it's very simple. If you are coming to the Pizza Buzz, we have 1.5 kilograms small bags, flour, our special blend. And at the back there is the recipe, the exact recipe how to make a pizza for the home oven from that flour, from this flour what we are using.
Fantastic.
You really like the sauce there, didn't you?
I did. You know, I didn't know what to expect. I'm always very reticent with pizzas, you know.
Yeah.
But that's quite nice. It's a bit sweet, a little bit salty, but I quite like that. And I feel like that will evaporate once you...
Yeah, it's all evaporate and it's going to the right place.
Amazing. This is great. Attila, stick around. We're going to talk some more pizza. Okay. I'm really proud of mine, by the way. I just want everybody to know. I made it, but that's very good.
Mine's bigger than yours, so...
It's not about the size, mate. It's how you use it, as Michael Caine once said. We're going to go off for another quick break, and taking us out, we've got a story from Aleppo, where residents are finding creative ways to survive in their current circumstances, from charging batteries via a bicycle, and gardens taking over rooftops remain from the wall. Let's take a look. Anyway,
absolutely.
We've got we're talking pizza today.
Oh yes.
So we're very, very happy. We've still got Attila Pal with us, who's teaching us about pizza, how to make pizza.
Oh yeah.
I think we had a pretty good attempt as well.
I think we've become dough masters.
Dough masters?
Dough masters, is that the right term?
Dough apprentice,
Dough
maybe?
apprentices?
I wouldn't exaggerate. Apprentice sounds good, yeah.
Apprentice sounds good. So this is really good. So how about yourself? I mean, what got you into the pizza game?
It's a very, very simple story. At about 8 years ago, when there was I used to live in Belfast. Actually, I moved to London about 1.5 years ago. And I used to work as a welder, as a steel erector fabricator for a company, but there was a recession. The company was bankrupt. So I was looking for a job. I never worked in a kitchen before, and I got a job in a pizza place. And I started learning, practicing, even doing courses, and after a while, another pizza place, I became a second head chef, and this pizza place just 1.5 years ago. I got a call actually 2 years ago from the owner, from the agency, that they would like to see me here.
As head chef?
I had an interview and I got the job.
And you never turned back. This is it. Now this is the.
Never. Right away I moved from Belfast to London after that because I wanted to. I like challenges, of course, and changes as well.
Yeah.
And what is it about pizza? Because obviously you've given up I suppose it's a career. You were something that you were an expert in, and you said, right, I'm now going to make pizzas. Is it again just that whole dough? Because I can imagine just playing with the dough there the way that we were. I mean, I'm thinking of a career change. I enjoyed that process. I really enjoy that.
Am I going to find you as a
you might
chef
see me as a chef at a pizza place?
Yeah.
As long as I get a discount, I'm not complaining. So that's true. I mean, what is it about? Is it therapeutic? I think is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Is it therapeutic?
Therapeutic? What does it mean? What do you mean?
You just feel it relaxes you, that process of making the dough and everything.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And in the meantime, there is a really good team in the Pizza Buzz, very friendly for the customers and between us as well. So it's really like to work together. So it's a good company.
Banter. It's not a closed kitchen.
Yeah.
So if people want to try the pizza, because we've talked so much about it, we were talking about it. We'd love to come down at some point. It's not very far from here.
Okay, very welcome.
If people want to come down, where do they go? Is there a website they can track your recipes on?
Yes, of course. They can find on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. So, and we have our own website as well, of course.
Which is
www.pizzabuzz.co.uk.
Perfect. Pizzabuzz.co.uk and Pizza Buzz on all the other social networks as well. We've talked so much about pizza. I can't believe can we eat some pizza?
Of course, let's go for
Let's
it.
do it. Okay.
It's a bit colder, but
cold pizza's great. Don't worry.
So just tell us again, what's in this pizza? What have we got going on here?
So this is the Honor pizza.
Honor.
Honor.
Why is it called Honor?
The owner, who actually spent years and years to design, to plan this pizza place to be opened.
Okay.
And finally we were opened 1.5 years ago, last year in July. Honor is his daughter's name. And this is actually his creation.
Oh, I see. Does she like it?
Of course.
Excellent.
She has to.
That's a lot of pressure.
She's going for it. But of course, we have a small kids pizza, Little Bees. We call it Little Bees. And the small kids, they are usually coming for that 6-inch pizza. It's enough for them. This one is too big for them. So, of course, the owner's daughter is coming usually for the small pizza.
I mean, for health-conscious people like me and Atif, what kind of pizza would you recommend us?
Look, what kind of health? Without fat or without salt but definitely all the pizzas. Go for all the pizza.
We love good pizza. How's your margarita pizza? Is it good?
Of course.
Okay.
That's
because of the sauce, we are using really good cheese for it.
When we walk in, you hook us up with the Attila discount, right? We'll come in, we'll eat loads of pizza. All the pictures all over the internet, don't worry. Okay, so maybe try some. Is it okay to eat with our hands?
Yeah, of course,
okay,
of course.
Let's try some.
Anyway, there is no cutlery, so go.
No, it was all used up yesterday. So, Martin, do you want to jump in?
Let's go. I'll jump in. Here we go. Ooh, that's
go for it. It's a thin base, so just pay attention to this. I would use this one. Look, everything on it.
I know, right? I've just
the cherry tomato that missing.
I mean, you can tell I never have my greens. What?
It's rocket.
Rocket.
It's rocket.
Yeah, we are using add-on after toppings. It really makes it a kind of fresh, kind of salad feeling. When you're eating a pizza, you can add on after, spinach, fresh baby spinach, rocket, sun-dried tomato. Even fishes like smoked salmon, which really good, fresh, not cooked, just going on the pizza after cooking. Tutto bello.
That's tutto bello.
Tutto bello.
Bellissima.
Bellissima.
This pesto is outstanding.
That pesto is a homemade pesto. It's a homemade pesto with, of course, parmesan in it, pine nuts, as it should be, and basil.
This is a good pizza. This is a very nice pizza.
It really is.
Would be better if it's warm, you know.
I don't think it's going to...
But still you can feel...
if it's Rome, you feel like you're in Rome. It's bizarre, really, because I went to Rome a few years ago and I absolutely adored the pizza there as well. And it's just pizza, ultimately. It's pizza.
Yeah.
Something about the environment, the way it's presented, the atmosphere, you know, the skills that you're putting in and all that kind of stuff. It does add to the experience.
Yeah. You can find it in the pizza place, that one.
Most
Just come
definitely.
over one day.
I have to say, it beats going to my local chicken and chip type place, which offers the pizzas on the side. It's just straight out the oven.
Yeah.
And it's just, normally all they do is just put loads of toppings on top, and that kind of artificially enhances the flavour. But here what you get is a sense of the natural taste coming through of the pesto, of the flavouring here of the cheese. It's actually a very nice bit.
I really like
You've got to
this.
try this. You've got to go there one day.
I'm just letting the crew know, because I always make an effort to save,
course.
save some from the crew. That's not going to happen.
You're not going to have any
guys.
today.
Sorry, you're not going to have any food whatsoever. Listen, thank you so much again for joining us.
I thank you very much.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks very
Fantastic.
much.
Well, hopefully
Thank you.
we'll get you back on again at some point. We'll talk more about pizza. We'll learn more stuff. But sadly,
But you never rated us out of 10 in terms of our pizza dough making ability.
yeah.
Sorry?
You never gave us a
Marks out of
ranking,
10.
marks out of 10, for the doughs that we made earlier.
Yeah. Yours was above 5.
Okay, above 5.
And yours under 6. But it's on a scale of 7.
Okay. We like that. We like that. Over 5, below 6.
You need to join the Brexit committee. I'm telling you, that was very good. I really like that.
That was great. Well, we are going to join the pizza bandwagon, become apprentices very soon. But unfortunately, we are out of time. Now, massive thank you to our guests, and of course, for you watching at home.
That's right. You can stay with us on Twitter at Islam Channel, #LTL. I'm still chewing pizza.
Yeah. We're going to eat.
Plus, don't forget you can watch your favourite clips again via YouTube at youtube.com/Islam Channel TV.
Unbelieving Life will be back tomorrow. But until then, from all of us here in the studio, from our cameraman, from the producers, from the people sitting in the studio, from the people who brought you the dough for this pizza, from the people who made the Honour Pizza, from every single one of us. Assalamu alaikum.
Living the love.